Well, it's the Halloween season and we have people putting on costume of demon, witches, incubus and succubus and dead spirit. We have evil pumpkins, trick-or-treat and spiders. So everything scary is associated with Halloween. Many people argue that Halloween is a pagan practice with an evil origin and so it should not be celebrated by Christians. While other people argue that it's just for fun and nothing but for fun. While others go as far as saying it's just a children celebration. But we're going to go through history so we can dig out the real true origin of Halloween, and we're going to go through the scripture so we can answer the question if Christians should celebrate Halloween or not. So just follow me to the end of this video if you truly want to learn of the truth. Throughout the ages, a lot of people have argued about Halloween, if Christians should celebrate it or not, if Christians should engage in it or not. If you go through YouTube, you'll find thousands of videos about the subject and people have different opinion about this particular topic. But my aim in this video is to give to you the truth and nothing but the truth. Halloween is mainly known in the Western culture, and many Africans, just like myself, we never fully understand what Halloween is, but we have similar practices or celebrations or feasts that are similar to that of Halloween. So we have the Gongo Festival in Congo, the Kakamotobi Festival in Ghana, we have the Makashi Festival in Zambia, we have the Edo Engungu in Nigeria, and we have the Chira Festival of the Dead in Malawi. So if you're an African, this video will be very helpful to you because most of these festivals or practices or celebration is similar to Halloween. Halloween is also known as All Hallows Eve, a holiday or a celebration observed on the 31st of October, an evening before All Saints' Day. Halloween has its origin in the festival of the Samhain among the Celts of ancient Britain and Ireland. During the Samhain festival, it is believed that those who died come back to visit their families, and those who died during the year travel to the other world. So people set fires on hilltops to relight their fires for winter and to frighten away evil spirit. They also go about wearing masks and other disguises to avoid being recognized by the dead or evil spirits. It is by this practice that beings such as demons, witches, hobgoblins, and fairies came to associate with the day. In the 7th century, Pope Boniface IV established the All Saints' Day, which was originally on May 13th. But in the next century, perhaps in an effort to supplant or repress the pagan practices, it was moved to November 1. So the evening before All Saints' Day became a holy or a hallowed eve, or thus Halloween. So at the Middle Ages, the secular and the sacred have merged. Well, the Reformation essentially put an end to the celebration of that particular event among the Protestants. That's what we've talked about so far. We know that Halloween or the Hallowed Eve is a day set aside to remember those who have died, maybe in battle, or those who were martyred, or those who left the world in a very bad way. So that particular Hallowed Eve is meant to remember and to celebrate the dead. But we're going to talk about Halloween in the 20th and the 21st century. Let's go. So Halloween became one of the principal holidays, especially among children, as a secular holiday. And it became associated with a lot of practices like wearing of masks and costume for parties and trick and treating. So let's talk about trick and treating. Trick or treat was an old British custom where those who don't have food or beggars go from house to house to beg food. If they're able to pull a trick, then they get a treat. So all these were integrated into the practice of Halloween, and a lot of foundations have used that period or that season of the celebration to raise money for charitable causes. So the next thing we're going to talk about now, since we've understand the origin and what Halloween is for us to know if it is it's advisable for Christians to celebrate the holiday or to observe the holiday. Before we go further, I want to believe that you've gotten a lot of powerful information from everything I've said so far. So you do me a favor by just clicking the subscribe button and hit the notification bell icon so that you'll be notified when we release powerful videos like this. I know you are a hero, and I know you will hit the subscribe button. I'm going to answer this question systematically, so just follow me. Before we ask ourselves if Christians should celebrate Halloween or not, we should first of all ask ourselves this very important question. What is the purpose of celebrating Halloween? Why do you or why do people celebrate Halloween? From the origin of the story, we know that Halloween was purely a secular celebration or a secular holiday. Though the church tried to change it, I believe they still failed. So many people celebrate Halloween because they were born into a culture where it is celebrated. Many people celebrate it because of fun, and many people don't even know why they celebrate Halloween at all, and some celebrate it because of its dark origin. But whatever the case may be, you have to ask yourself the question, why should you celebrate Halloween? If you're able to figure that out, then the next question we're going to ask ourselves is, does it glorify God, or am I celebrating it in a way that it's glorify God? We have people who wear costumes of demons, of witches, of evil and dark spirit on the day of Halloween. This clearly will not glorify God and can never glorify God because it represents darkness. God cannot associate with darkness, with anything darkness. So witches, demons, all these things are not what a Christian should portray on that day. So many people still argue that, well, we just do it, it's just for fun. It's not actually for fun. Everything has a spiritual significance. So if you are engaging in the celebration in such manner, or you're dressing up your children as a witch, as a demon, as someone who is scary, or as a dark spirit, then you are clearly not glorifying God but Satan, the devil. What about those who just celebrate it for fun? There's still another problem. People go into such celebration and they do things that does not glorify God. They don't put on the costume. They go into wide parties, drink excessive alcohol, and engage in sexual immorality and sexual practice that does not glorify God. So you still have to be very careful how you celebrate Halloween in such manner. Check if it does glorify God. So after narrowing it down to this very point, I believe a lot of people will be like, okay, there's nothing actually exciting about Halloween if all these things are actually removed. Yes, that's where you should still ask yourself, go back to the question, ask yourself, is it worth celebrating? What is the purpose of celebrating Halloween? Why am I celebrating Halloween? But what if you still decide to celebrate Halloween just for fun and don't want to engage in any of those things that will not glorify God? Well, you can go ahead and celebrate it if you know you can celebrate it in a way that would not give room for the devil to enter into your life and influence you and influence your mind. Well, you can go ahead and do that. But many will argue that it has a pagan origin and it should not be celebrated, it should be avoided at all costs. Well, I want you to know the truth. A lot of things we celebrate today have a very dark history and was formerly a pagan practice. For example, your birthday. Birthdays was not actually how it is now. In the early history, it has a very dark story. The Sundays, the Mondays, all these days were dedicated to a god, to an idol. So most of the things we observe in our modern world today have a very dark significance, but it doesn't mean that it is still connected to those things. Like I said, the church tried to change Halloween period to a day where we will remember those people who were martyred and who were killed for the Christian faith, but still it's a very difficult thing to do because the culture did not fully accept it. So the baseline of this video is, for whatever you're doing to glorify God, whatever you do should glorify God. Do it as if you're doing it unto God. That is the proper way for a believer and Christian to live their life here on earth. You want to be a light, you want to bring people into the faith, and you want to live in a way where you be like the salt and the light of the earth, separated from darkness. If you know that Halloween is going to draw you into darkness, then it is best for you to stay away from the celebration of Halloween. What about those African festivals that I said were similar to that of Halloween? Can we take it in this light? Well, you have to be very careful because most of those practices are still rooted in idolatry and darkness. Now, like the Halloween festival, it has a very long history and it has changed over the years, but most of our African practices still have its roots in darkness and in idolatry. So I would advise that you stay away from it depending on the kind of festival or the kind of practices, but most, if not all of them, still have their roots in darkness and in idolatry. So I think I'll do another video about this particular topic where I will discuss on most of our African festivals and the impact it has on Christianity. So here we are at the end of this video. I want to thank you so much for following me to this very moment. If you did, you are a special person. Thank you so much. But before you go, I want to know what you think about the Halloween festival, the Halloween celebration, or the Halloween holiday. Let me know in the comment section below. And if this video has been helpful for you, why not just give us a thumbs up, and it will be so helpful if you share this video across your social media platform, because this is one way of evangelizing. Talking about evangelism, if you are new to the Christian faith or you don't understand the concept of salvation, or you have someone who is not saved and you are confused about the concept of salvation, check the link in the description of this video. You'll find a free ebook titled The Pathway to Salvation. It's totally free and it's free for everyone. Just go over to the website and download the ebook for yourself. It will really bless your life. And we have a merchandise store where you can get this shirt and the branding and other similar products. Just go over to our store and get your merchandise. We're saying all this, there are a couple of videos on your screen right now that will change your life, that will bless your life. I want you to click these videos right here that will really bless your life. Thank you so much for following this video to the end, and until next time, I want you to stay blessed and to stay empowered and to stay on fire.